I stumbled on the idea of making popsicle stick coasters when I was looking for ideas about how to use up washi tape, and I realized that this project had a lot of potential. I wanted to spice things up, and I decided to use a number of different widths of popsicle sticks, and even thinner pieces of craft wood. The best part of this project is that I can paint these coasters to match any cup, and I can turn it into a set, making this a great gift idea. I also really love the colors of Stanley Tumblers, and I wanted to make coasters to match my collection, and I have 3 colors photographed: the cream, mist, and frost. And I thought an ombre coaster would really complement the tumblers and enhance their soft and pretty colors. I'll show you how I made the Stanley Cup coasters in this video, along with a few other variations. So I drew a template for the 2 styles of coasters, one for the popsicle sticks and one for the thin sticks. For the coaster where I used popsicle sticks, I made the coasters 4.125 inches wide and 4.0625 inches tall. I used popsicle sticks that measured 3/8 of an inch wide and 4.5 inches long. For the coaster where I used thin craft sticks, I made them 4.25 inches wide and 4.0625 inches tall. Each thin craft stick measures 2/8 of an inch wide. To cut the popsicle sticks, I used a small metal miter box and a cutting saw. And I trimmed a very little amount off each side of the stick. And the sticks that are painted are slightly shorter than the unpainted base pieces. I used one piece as a guide for how much to trim, so they're all the same measurement. For the popsicle stick coaster, you'll need 12 sticks, and I cut 4 popsicle sticks for the base layer and used 8 for the top layer. For the thin stick version, you'll need 18 sticks total. I cut 5 thin sticks for the base layer and used 13 sticks for the top layer. I placed the base sticks horizontally and the painted sticks vertically since I thought this looked more modern, and I did the reverse for the thin stick version. The base pieces are placed vertically and the painted sticks are placed horizontally. The popsicle stick coaster sticks are placed about 1/8 of an inch apart, whereas for the thin stick version, it's much smaller than this. So here are a few painting tips. I always paint both sides of the popsicle stick before I glue it, because if you only paint one side, then the wood warps and bows. And you want to make sure that when you mix the colors, you mix enough of the paint. At least fill the well halfway. And you have to do this all in one go, and if you don't have enough and you run out, then I find that I have to mix it all over again because the colors will never match exactly. This always happens to me. Since I don't mix enough paint, I worry about wasting it, but I always regret it. In this project, I used matte folk art craft paints, and I color matched the darker color on the lid of the cup first, and then I matched the base color of the cup. For the first popsicle stick, I made it a little bit lighter than the color of the base. I added white to it. And for the last stick, popsicle stick number 8, I made it a shade darker than the lid accent color. And to make an ombre effect, I used these ratios for the middle 4 sticks. For popsicle stick number 3, I used 4 parts of the base paint and mixed it with 1 part of the darker shade. For popsicle stick number 4, I used 3 parts of the base shade and mixed it with 2 parts of the darker shade. For popsicle stick number 5, I mixed 2 parts of the base shade and I added 3 parts of the darker shade. And popsicle number 6 has 1 part base shade to 4 parts darker shade. To glue the coaster pieces together, I taped the base pieces down with washi tape onto my piece of paper, and I started on the outer edges and worked my way in, and I removed the washi tape as I glued the sticks in place. To varnish these coasters, I used Deco Art Americana Duraclear Polyurethane Ultra Matte Varnish, and I used the satin version on the thin stick version. I think it's really important to use varnish since it protects the wood from getting damaged or warping, and this coaster will get wet, so it's very important not to skip the step. I used one coat, but you could use two to protect it even more. So these are the finished ombre coasters, and I think they look really beautiful. They really enhance the colors of the tumblers, and they're well built and sturdy, and they can certainly support the weight of the tumbler itself. I also made a version to match one of my favorite lotus flower mugs. This one has many different colors, and it really enhances all the colors that are featured in the mug. The thin stick coasters are also really beautiful, especially because you can use 13 different colors, and I use the satin varnish on them, and it really enhances those colors. I also made a washi tape version, and this coaster was made with wider popsicle sticks, and I painted the sticks to match my washi tapes that I bought on Etsy. And if you'd like me to create a video about this coaster, please let me know. So I really love this project idea, and if you'd like me to share how to mix other colors or create other styles of coasters, please comment below. Thanks for watching.